Hello, I'm Lauren Green, and you're in the strategy room. Well, tonight is the final showdown of the election season, where both Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton and Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump will have one last chance to convince undecided voters why the country would be worse off with their opponent at the helm. With both candidates featuring historically high unfavorability ratings, scandals, and WikiLeaks controversies, today both have an uphill battle to climb as they prepare for tonight's debate. Well, joining me now with their take are Democratic strategist Joe Losinji and Republican strategist Charmaine Yost. Welcome to you both.
Hi, Lauren.
Thanks for having us.
It's great to have you here. So the debate tonight will be moderated by Fox's own Chris Wallace, stellar journalist, and will include 6 topics, some of which are going to be new for these candidates. Take a listen. The debt and entitlements, immigration, the economy, Supreme Court, foreign hotspots, and fitness to be president. So, Joe, what topic do you think will be the most important topic for Trump tonight? Not only to do it well, but to hit it out of the park.
Well, there are two. That is a great question, because there are actually 2 areas. Number one, immigration is his strong suit. That's where he built his candidacy. Talking about that issue is great for his base. It's exactly what they want to hear from him. He needs to basically do the old trick of easy question, long answer there. He really does. Then on the hot spots, the foreign hot spots, he has to sound presidential. He has not been very good on foreign policy. If you recall at the last debate, he kept saying, I know nothing about Russia, I know nothing about Russia. He was talking about business there, but that soundbite has come back to bite him a little bit. He's got to recognize foreign leaders, talk about the ongoing fight in Mosul right now. He needs to be able to articulate his position very clearly on this, because that is definitely his Achilles heel. Presidential and foreign crisis is where he has been lacking. If he doesn't do it tonight, I don't think there's a comeback even in the works for him then.
You know, Charmaine, I want to ask you a similar question, but one of the things that pundits are saying about Hillary Clinton, though, is that she just needs to, run out the clock. She's that much ahead that she doesn't really have to, do anything wrong at this point. What are your thoughts?
Well, if Donald Trump plays his cards right tonight, I'd say just exactly the opposite. He needs to take the case to her. You framed this as saying that these 2 candidates had to make the case that their opponent was not going to be good for the country. I'd argue exactly the opposite, that Donald Trump really has to get on message and really focused on making the case to the American public of his positive message. Of all of the issues that you laid out there, the fitness to be president is the single issue for Donald Trump tonight. He has to nail that, and he has to nail it positively. He has to give people who are looking for a reason to vote for him that reason to hang their hat on, to pull that lever. But at the same time, for Hillary Clinton, there has been so much that has come out that is negative about her through the WikiLeaks leaks over the last couple of weeks. But it's been completely overshadowed by all of the Trump. So she definitely has some significant potholes in front of her, and if Donald Trump can open those up and give her a little bit of a nudge without looking like he pushed her, that could be a real damaging situation for her.
Okay, Joe, but let's talk about Clinton's vision for the country, because one of the things people are saying is that this is sort of an extension of the Obama administration. There's no new vision. If this is an election about change, she's got to show significantly that she can make that change. Do you think she's done a good job, enough job, of carrying the torch for what her presidency would look like separate from the Obama administration?
Sure. So actually, I'm going to disagree with the premise a little bit on this one, because what we're seeing are these growing numbers, positive numbers for the president. So actually, the change isn't the sweeping change that we saw back in 2008, that the country doesn't seem to be there. They're starting to recognize that the economy is improving still, the jobs are pretty solid, wages are starting to go up and increase. So what they're looking at right now is, look, I want some fine-tuning to what's going on, and that's what she's been offering a lot of lately. When we talk about Obamacare, something that for Republicans, it's very clear. Repeal, replace, period. Yeah. But for her and for most of the country, it's been fix these issues and adjust it and move forward. And that's what she's doing. She's fine-tuning all this stuff to add her flavor to it, which is important, and also something that is saying, hey, look, the things you liked about the Obama administration, I'm going to carry forward, and there's things that you didn't, we're going to adjust and fix, and we're going to work with Congress, we're going to work together, and we're going to get these things done. Okay. She couldn't be any more on message.
Charmaine, your take on that, then?
Well, look, this is going to be a change election, and one of the difficulties for Donald Trump is the Fox poll that showed that Hillary is actually leading on that point. He needs to take that back from her, because historically, after 8 years of one party, the American people like to make a change. And frankly, Joe, you're looking at things through far too rosy glasses. We have 94 million people who dropped out of the labor force over the last 8 years. The reason that we're having such a contentious the reason we're having this contentious election as we are right now is because there is so much unrest out there. There are people who really desperately want change, who are not happy with the direction of our country, and that's what's fueling the Trump campaign and this huge uprising that you're seeing. Listen, there's so much out there in terms of the way that the negativity that Hillary Clinton has run this campaign. Why are we not seeing reporting on the news, the hidden videos that came out showing that their involvement in ginning up the violence at the Trump
Actually,
Trump
that's been on Fox
rallies.
News Channel. They've been reporting that on Fox News Channel. But I want to talk to you about a little thing that Trump spoke at a campaign rally Monday, where he talked about lobbying and ethics reform. Let's listen to a clip.
We are going to end the government of corruption, which it has definitely been. And we're going to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C.
Okay, Charmaine, I want you, Charmaine, I'm sorry,
exactly.
I want you to comment on that first, and then Joe, I want you to comment then as well.
Sure.
Charmaine?
Well, just yesterday, they launched a new hashtag, Drain the Swamps. This is the Trump campaign working to bring that change message back home, to make that closing argument that he has the positive vision of making the change, of getting corruption out of government. People really are upset with Hillary Clinton, with the email scandals, with the lying, with the cover-up, with the FBI coming out and saying she was careless with our national security. There's been so many negative things that have come out about Hillary Clinton that haven't stuck because of kind of the tabloid nature of things that we've seen over the last couple of weeks. He's working to bring that change message back home, and I think he has a good shot at doing it.
Okay, Joe, your take on that?
Yeah, so he's preaching to the choir. He's going back to this group that got him the primary. They're not going to get him the general election. They're just too small. The change movement is not as large as it was in 2008. It's out there, but it is a small group of people that are really, really vocal and really, really loud. That's why, even though after 2 years of the emails and everything about the Clintons for the past 30 years, she's still winning and she's still up because it's just not sticking. The emails all were associated with people outside of her. This video that's come out is a group that's not part of the campaign. They're trying desperately to tie this stuff to her, and it's just not sticking with the average voters. Meanwhile,
yeah, but Joe,
Donald Trump has been caught in his
50%.
own words talking about sexual assault. He's been caught with his own words demonizing immigrants and Mexicans and making fun of reporters that have disabilities. Like, it's
Joe,
just
we
always going
gotta
back
wrap it up.
Joe, why is her
wrap
head
it up.
still bumping up against this 40% ceiling? She has not sealed the deal yet. The American people are not sold on President Clinton.
The 40%. He's down at 39. I mean, this,
well, you guys,
we can't wait for this to be done.
I want you both to understand that the Fox poll, not too long ago, said 59% of the voters are actually choosing the candidate because they don't want the other candidate to win. So this is a problem for both Hillary and Trump. So I think maybe we'll see the debate and see if that can those numbers can actually change. I want to thank you so much.
Hopefully they both go positive.
Lauren.
That'll make a big bump for either one. The one that wins the positive war, I think, is the one that finally seals this deal.
You could
we
be
agree.
Right. All right.
We agree.
Thanks, Joe and Charmaine, for joining us. And for complete coverage of the 2016 election, go to foxnews.com. I'm Lauren Green, and thanks for watching.